Locked in with Parker Thune and Grayson Singleton.
You better lock it up. No, you lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up.
Whether you're a recruiting doomer or sunshine pumper, text the guys on the First Liberty Bank text line at 405-651-3439. And call your shot on the Riverwind Casino jackpot line at 405-329-9000.
Do it! Just do it!
Now, with Locked In, here's Parker Thune and Grayson Singleton.
Ladies and gentlemen, here today on August 25th, 2026, we are launching a new campaign, and I need all of you to get behind it. Grayson, are you ready to champion a brand new cause? It's not a new cause, but it's a cause that we're going to take up more seriously.
It's going to highly depend on what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are launching a campaign against the spread of AI slop in sports media.
Okay, theoretically, okay, I'm down with this. What are you referring to?
I'm referring to any and all AI slop in any and all forms, because as I peruse Al Gore's internet these days, I see more and more of it in so many different forms, and it's inexcusable. It's embarrassing, it's low quality, it's low effort, and we are going to fight back against it. You can make your voice heard, ladies and gentlemen, by using the hashtag #StopTheSlop. Hit Twitter or Threads or Blue Sky or whatever your social media platform of choice and use the hashtag #StopTheSlop to make your voice heard.
Okay.
I am tired of AI-generated news articles. I am tired of AI-generated video thumbnails. I am tired of AI doing the work that has historically been done by the diligent laborers of the sports media community.
Okay, so, first of all, I will not be taking up this hashtag.
What?
No. First of all, I don't do Twitter hashtags. I don't do boycotts, all that stupid stuff.
Wow, he's too good for us, folks.
But also, I think utilization of AI to a certain degree, I've said this to somebody in the office before, I'm all for utilization of AI as long as it doesn't infringe upon creativity.
Correct.
Now, in my own life, I am not a graphic designer. I am not good at it. That is not something I have an eye for. I do not mind AI thumbnails. I don't mind them one bit. Now, do I use them with every single one of my videos? No. Do we use them across the company at Locked On? Yeah. Do we use AI-generated titling? Yeah.
Okay, AI-generated titling, that's okay.
But again, that's what it goes to, right? Is that, we got to separate AI utilization and AI slop.
Yes, it can be a helpful tool. It can be a helpful resource. Undoubtedly.
Exactly. But
if you're using it to help title a video and just make it a little bit catchier, but the sentiment is yours and you just need assistance with the wording, totally get that. Totally get that. It's where AI starts to do the heavy lifting for you that I take issue with.
If you use AI, by the way, Tattoo Baker, that's hilarious. If you use AI to fill your blind spots, to streamline your work in a busy day, I don't got a problem with that whatsoever. Just don't infringe upon your own God-given creativity with it. Don't use it to infringe upon other people's work. And we're just fine. Like I don't know. I'm not big into this push against AI, mostly because I know that's where the world's going, and the people that are going to succeed, you have to utilize it in some way, shape, or form.
You don't have to. I would argue with that. I would argue strongly against that. You do not have to use it.
Okay, maybe not have to. Have to might have been a little bit too absolute. But it can be helpful. It can be a tool to get you somewhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, hashtag #StopTheSlop. Get it trending on Twitter.com. Please and thank you. And feel free to direct any anti-AI sentiments our way on the First Liberty Bank text line at 405-651-3439. The realist is already going full tinfoil hat. He said Grayson's support of AI means Grayson is AI. Can confirm Grayson Singleton is a real person. sitting here across from me in the Buffalo Wild Wings studios. This is Locked In here on a Tuesday. The show is brought to you today and every day by Dorsey Jones GMC in El Reno, family-owned and operated. GMC offers some of the most reliable trucks and SUVs on the road today. And so if you're in the market for a new ride, head out to Dorsey Jones. The folks out there are eager to help get you behind the wheel of a brand new GMC that suits your lifestyle. They will be more than happy to assist you before, during, and after the buying process. We appreciate Dorsey Jones' partnership here on Locked In. Puerto Rican Sooner, yes and amen. Having AI make an article for you is lazy as hell. Amen to that, sir. Rennie says AI utilization is different than AI creation. Great distinction there, Rennie.
Yeah.
Great distinction. Esra Booman says AI should be used for repetitive and mundane tasks versus usurping creativity. Folks, I am calling upon all of you to stop engaging. And there are entire sites these days that are AI generated. It's a site itself that is just the product of an AI bot that's populating content at all corners of the internet. I am calling upon all of you to fight back and to cease engaging with obvious AI slop. The most obvious offender is Facebook, because AI slop is everywhere on Facebook, and unfortunately a lot of the people that spend a great deal of time on Facebook are people who, for lack of a kinder description, are less than tech savvy.
That was probably the best way to say that without sounding patronizing.
Yeah. And so there are a lot of people that get fooled on Facebook.com. There's a lot of wild rumors that start on Facebook. Teddy Lehman died! Teddy Lehman was killed in a car accident, according to Facebook.com. And I was getting actual texts and calls about it. Hey, is Teddy Lehman okay? Of course he's okay. What are you talking about? Well, so-and-so told me that they saw something or other. Turns out it originated from Facebook AI slop.
Not to intend to get uber political here, but this whole rant is kind of reminded me of like when I used to check in on Nick Adams' Twitter and see anytime he wants to boycott something. This is what this is reminding me of.
U.S. Army Sooner on the text line says, "You are losing me, Parker. Please tell me there's more to this show than an anti-AI rant." Oh, there absolutely is. Don't get it twisted. We're going to talk a lot of sports today. A lot of sports. How about this? Let's start this off, Grayson. Fall camp is a wrap at Oklahoma. Fall camp has been concluded. The Sooners are on to UTEP now. They have 2 more weeks of practice. Well, I guess a week and a half more of practice before they clash with the Miners next Friday evening at Gaylord Family Memorial Stadium at the Illustrious University of Oklahoma. How about we take today to project the starting 11 on both sides of the football? Not the whole day, obviously, but first things first, let's project the starting 11 on both sides of the football.
Let's go.
Because I have my hypotheses as to how it's going to play out. Let me start walking through this, Grayson, and you tell me at any point if you have any disagreement with where I'm at on this.
Let's go.
Your starting quarterback is obviously John Mateer.
I think I might disagree with that one. Now continue, move on.
Your starting running back. This is maybe the first real surprise.
Okay.
Starting off hot here. I think the guy on the field for the very first snap of Oklahoma's football season with the starting offense is not going to be Xavier Robinson, and it's not going to be Torrey Blaylock. And maybe you, to some extent, have been prepared for this ever since day one of fall camp when Dylan McCullough was talking him up. But I think Lloyd Avant is going to draw the start for Oklahoma week 1 against UTEP.
No, I'll add on to that. Yes, he's going to be the RB1. You follow a lot of the quotes and the sentiments, and I can agree with that. I think we are going to have about 3, maybe even 4 different RB1s throughout the season. That's my hot take. And when I say RB1s, I mean going out with the first team on any given Saturday or Friday. So I'm gonna that's my hot take. I think we're gonna have 3, maybe even 4. But I agree to start. It would be Lloyd Avant.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to see 5 running backs this fall play for Oklahoma. Now, not all of them are going to play a lot, But I expect that in meaningful situations at some point, you're going to see Blaylock, Robinson, Avant, Jonathan Hatton, and yes, Andy Bass.
Okay.
There will be snaps for Andy Bass. 2 of your 3 starting wide receivers won't surprise anybody. I think Isaiah Satania and Trell Harris are going to trot out there with the first team for the first snap of the season. The third, though, I'll freely admit, I would have conceded this job to Parker Livingston before fall camp began. But you want to talk about undeniable? The guy that perhaps more so than anybody has been undeniable in August has been Shakota's finest outside of Carrie Underwood, because she is fine. Elijah Thomas. Elijah Thomas, I think, is in line to make his first career start as an Oklahoma Sooner.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because this is interesting. I also have George Stoya's article pulled up here, and he says the same thing. Is this good Elijah Thomas or bad Parker Livingston? Or let me not say bad. Is this good Elijah Thomas or underwhelming Parker Livingston?
It's good Elijah Thomas.
Okay.
And yes, that needs to be emphasized because Parker Livingston, I mean, I'm pretty sure the OU football Twitter account posted a video this morning, or maybe it was last night, of John Mateer throwing a beautiful ball and Parker Livingston reels it in for a touchdown catch. He's had a good fall camp. Like, let's not get it twisted. And he's still going to be on the field a ton for Oklahoma. But E.T. has always been a bit of a different animal. And anybody that tracked his progression and was privy to it last year would tell you that his lack of contribution last season as a true freshman offensively was less about physical readiness and more about mental readiness. We've seen him take a big leap in that department throughout the offseason, and he's a playmaker, man. When the ball finds him, when he has the football in his hands, he can do some special things with it. So I fully expect that you are going to see a lot of probably 5 or 6 wide receivers at Oklahoma. Livingston, no doubt, is one of them. But I think your 3 starters against UTEP are going to be E.T., Thomas, Elijah Thomas, Trell Harris, and Isaiah Satania.
Don't hate that one bit.
At tight end, Hayden Hansen, totally fair expectation. I think it's been the expectation ever since the day he signed. You'll see a lot of Rocky Beers as well, but Hayden Hansen, I think, draws the starting nod week 1.
Sure.
Offensive line is where it gets interesting, and it's only interesting because Jake Michaela is hurt.
Right.
In a world where Jake Michaela is healthy, there is absolutely zero doubt who your starting 5 are. It's Michael Fasusi at left tackle, Eddie Pierre-Louis at left guard, Michaela at center, Ryan Foje at right guard, Imarian Harris at right tackle. Michaela is injured. He is probably going to miss at least the first month of the season. We'll see. I don't think they're going to try to rush him back any sooner than they're not going to try to accelerate his rehab, just knowing how valuable he is and will be for this team down the stretch. And so I think it's fair to expect he does not play in September. If he does, great. I mean, that's best case scenario. If he can get back for the Georgia game, awesome. But I'm not expecting him to play in September right now. I'm taking the cautionary approach. Until Jake Michaela gets back, there's a number of different ways this could go for Oklahoma. Noah Best has been exceptional all August. You are not hearing the name Noah Best for the first time right now today. You have heard about Noah Best all month. And there's definitely a chance. There is definitely a chance he becomes only the 2nd true freshman ever in the Bill Bedenbaugh era at Oklahoma to start week 1 as a true freshman on the offensive line. However, here's how I think it's going to play out for UTEP. If I had to guess how they handle it, and it's not entirely clear yet exactly which direction they're going to go, but I would bet you, Grayson, that it's a simple 1-for-1 replacement. You have Fasusi and Harris at the tackles. You have EPL and Foje at the guards. And I would bet Caleb Nita draws the start at center. Now, here's what I also think will happen against UTEP. Noah Best will play a lot. They will rotate Noah Best in pretty frequently over the course of the game. And probably, at some point, if all is going according to plan and you're up by 30 in the second half, he's out there for the rest of the game, every single snap. And you're getting him exposure in real time and kind of getting a sense of how ready for the big time he is. Because then I think you have a conversation on your hands going into Michigan week as to who gives you the best chance to go up to Ann Arbor and beat the Wolverines.
Yeah, this is the area of the depth chart where you've got to approach this UTSA game as if you're an NFL team in a preseason game. And obviously the starters have to handle their business and go put up a cushion to where you can start experimenting. But I would be on board with that. You have to find your best five. Freshmen be damned that Noah Best just got here. If he's better than Caleb Nitta, you got to get him on the field. Whether that's a guard, whether that's at center, if you move, a guy like Foje to center and kick Best out to guard or whatever, you have to find your best five going forward. And that is not dependent upon age. Just find who can help you win, and your starters have to go out there and allow you to treat the second half like this is preseason game number 3 in the NFL. I think that this is the only spot on the roster where that is applicable.
Tim from Chickasha said, I've heard the offensive line got better when Michaela went out. Any truth to that from your point of view? The things I have heard do not point to that being reality.
Did I say UTSA UTEP?
Yeah, well, G6 Texas school. They're all the same to an extent. But no, I would not say the offensive line got better after Michaela got hurt. At least that doesn't jive with what I've heard. Make no mistake, once he's healthy, Jake Michaela is right back in the lineup as your starting center, regardless of how well Caleb Nitta or Noah Best or whoever has played. He's going to be right back amongst the starting five. There is no doubt in my mind.
You don't lose a senior starting center and your offensive line get better.
No.
That doesn't happen.
Let's roll through the defense because, I think this is very cut and dried. There aren't going to be any surprises here. Defensive front, Taylor Wine, David Stone, Jaden Jackson. I would say PJ over Danny Okoye by a slight margin right now.
Sure.
You got Kip Lewis, Owen Heineke at the linebackers, Reggie Powers at the Cheetah. Your corners are going to be Eli Bowen and Cortland Guillory. Your safeties are going to be Peyton Bowen and Michael Boganowski. I would think anybody with a modicum of a clue about this football team could have come to the same conclusion even before fall camp about who the starting 11 on defense was going to be. This has been crystallized for some time now.
Good. That's a good thing. That means you've had a plan and you executed it, and the guys have lived up so far to what you expected their development to be. Now they got to go show it on the field. The Michael Boganowskis of the world, that comes to mind. PJ, Danny Okoye will factor into that as well. But so far, so good on that defensive side.
Spartan Sooner says, I'm torn because Nita does have some experience, but I feel Noah's size, would help you more with Michigan as long as mentally he isn't overwhelmed.
Who's better?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the question. Who's better?
Who's better? I think both guys are going to get some run against UTEP in any case. Regardless of who the starting five are, I think you will see lots of Caleb Nitta, and I think you will see lots of Noah Best. And we'll just kind of have to see what the tape looks like. Bill Bedenbaugh will have to see what the tape looks like. And then from there, you figure out who gets the call when you have to go up to the big house in week 2 and play your first serious football game of the 2026 season. 405-651-3439. What do you think? Let us know on the First Liberty Bank text line. It is locked in here on the Ref. Parker Thune, Grayson Singleton with you. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I didn't screw up your name on purpose. He is Grayson Singleton. I am Parker Thune. This is the home of Sooner fans. Stay with us.
Locked In is brought to you every day by Dorsey Jones GMC in El Reno. Dorsey Jones GMC is family-owned and operated with a knowledgeable, low-pressure sales staff here to help you through the buying process and half-price oil changes on Saturdays. Visit dorsey-jonesgmc.com for more information.
Summer days may be coming to an end, but the action is still heating up here at Riverwind Casino.
Join us to celebrate our 20th birthday and win stacks of cash.
Game with your wild card to enter our Luxury on the Line giveaway.
You can win a share of $275,000 in cash and prizes.
And don't miss the grand prize drawing August 29th for $20,000 in a new Lexus.
They don't want to hire you because your paper might say Oklahoma School for the Blind.
I was just completely homebound because I was always too afraid to go outside. I want to be a productive member of society, and that's what DRS has given me.
They offer you opportunities to getting a job, helping you learn how to advocate for yourself, find the best way to try living your life in the fullest way possible.
Oklahoma and DRS has been the biggest blessing in my life.
See me.
not my disability.
Imagine a place where compassion feels effortless and comfort feels new again. That's Primrose Funeral Service, now in a beautiful new location at 3901 North Flood Avenue in Norman. You'll experience the same caring team, the same professional service, all inside a warm, modern building designed for families. For more information, call 405-321-6000 or visit DignityMemorial.com. Primrose Funeral Service, serving Oklahoma with dignity, comfort, and compassion.
Courtyard Marriott Norman offers affordable and stylish accommodations, featuring an on-site bar and bistro and classic Southern hospitality. They're conveniently located off of I-35 and West Robinson Street, close to shopping and dining options, and provide quick commutes to local attractions such as the Lloyd Noble Center, Love's Field, and L. Dale Mitchell Ballpark. Courtyard Norman, 405-701-8900. That's 405-701-8900.
Divorce, child custody, and guardianships are deeply personal. For over 30 years, Tracy Schumacher has protected what matters most, your children's needs and your financial future. Their skilled family law attorneys proudly serve Cleveland, McLean, Garvin, and Grady counties, advocating for men and women through life's toughest transitions. Visit Schumacher Law Group at 114 East Main Street or online at lawgroupok.com.
Hi, I'm Ashton and I'm with the nonprofit Fostering Futures. Every day, children are removed from their homes due to abuse and neglect. In these critical moments, we step in to support these vulnerable kids. We work alongside child welfare workers to meet the essential needs of safety, stability, and healthy connections, as well as providing enrichment opportunities. But we can't do this important work without your support. Consider donating at fosteringfuturesok.org. Together, we can offer children a brighter future.
Every 16 seconds, an American receives a cancer diagnosis, and every minute of every day, another person loses their life to cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer has set a bold goal to make early-stage detection an essential part of standard of care for all cancers. So often, if cancer is detected early, the chance of long-term survival is 90%. So if we all support cancer research, more than 2 million lives can be saved in the next decade. So join the mission and help save lives today at standuptocancer.org.
Do you like to stand out in a crowd while wearing the best in OU apparel? The Jimmy Austin Pro Shop carries the best brands you can wear to work or even dress up events. Lines such as Lululemon, Travis Mathew, FootJoy, Greg Norman, Grayson, or Turtleson with the OU and Jimmy Austin logo are sure to catch everyone's eye. You don't have to be a golfer to shop at Jimmy Austin. They also do corporate special orders for you and your company. Call them today, 405-325-6716, or visit theougolfclub.com for more information. Cushing, Oklahoma, stand up. What a day. What a day for Cushing, Oklahoma. Your starting quarterback at Vanderbilt University for week 1 of the football season, not Jared Curtis, not the 5-star number 1 overall recruit. Nope, it's Blaze Berlowitz, the pride of Cushing, who spent a year at New Mexico State out of high school, transferred to Vandy in 2024, backed up Diego Pavia for a couple of years, and has now, ostensibly, beaten out Jared Curtis for the first crack at the Commodores' starting job. How about that, Grayson Singleton? We were talking about this before we went on air, and this is another guy whose name I think is worth monitoring, if for no other reason than the fact that Vanderbilt kind of mortgaged their future on Jared Curtis. Jared Curtis is the guy in the long run at Vanderbilt, and to be frank, I kind of would expect him to take over the starting role sometime this year. And if not, certainly next year. But if a guy like Blaze Berlowitz is in the transfer portal at season's end and Oklahoma is in need of a competitive arm to come in and fight for that job in a post-John Mateer world, Berlowitz could be a guy that fits the bill, because if he's good enough to beat out Jared Curtis in camp, is he good enough to be the dude at a place like Oklahoma? Maybe, maybe not, but you know for a fact, you know certifiably, that he can come in and compete for the job.
If you bring everybody that is eligible to be back, Blaze Berlowitz is good enough to compete with a dude who started his career at Mercer and a redshirt freshman. He's good enough to compete for the job with those guys, obviously being Whit Neubauer and Bo Bentley. So we're in an agreement there. I'm viewing Blaze Berlowitz, I'm not going to lie to you, and an NFL analogy 1,000 whatever from me. I'm viewing Blaze Berlowitz as what the Raiders are doing with Kirk Cousins. Just biding time, just a little bit. I mean, you'll put Fernando Mendoza on the pine for a little bit, make sure he's ready, then you throw him in there. Because that's who the fans actually want to see. I think the same is true here at Vanderbilt. The fans are going to come clamoring for Jared Curtis.
And they already are.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry. I think Blaze Berlowitz is there. And look, no offense to the kid, by the way. We're talking pure sports, nothing personal. But you follow the money with just how much they had to fork over to get Jared Curtis, a 5-star cat, to flip his commitment from Georgia to Vanderbilt, of all places. I think Berlowitz is just kind of a stopgap. Play well, play as best as you can, but when Jared Curtis is ready, it's Jared Curtis time, especially if you lose a couple of games in the beginning of conference play.
I think it's a phenomenon that we've seen not too far in the recent past at Oklahoma, too. I mean, it's not. I don't think Vanderbilt fans have anything personal against Blaze Berlowitz. It's just the excitement of the 5-star is what gets them pumped up. It's what leads them to favor Curtis. It's the same reason why so many Sooner fans wanted Jackson Arnold to be the guy as a true freshman over Dylan Gabriel.
Sure.
Because Dylan Gabriel was an unsexy option at quarterback. He was stable. He was consistent. He got the job done. But everybody was rightfully bedazzled by the 5-star guy who was waiting in the wings. And when you have one of those guys, there are plenty of folks that are going to think that way. So we'll see what happens with Blaze Berlowitz. He's going to have 1 year of eligibility left after this coming season. Have to think he'll be headed somewhere other than Vanderbilt because it's just not realistic to expect that he will hold off Curtis if for no other reason than public demand in 2026 and 2027 both. Kason H. on the text line asks, what happened to Heath Ozida? Before the Michaela injury, he was in competition for the starting left guard job per Scoop, if I'm not mistaken. So why wouldn't you just slide Foje into the center spot, where we know he's been practicing, and put Ozida at right guard until Michaela is back? I don't know that he was seriously in competition for the starting left guard job. I think that job was always going to belong to Eddie Pierre-Louis, as evidenced by the fact that he represented Oklahoma at SEC Media Days, right? And Ozida is an incredibly valuable guy for Oklahoma. How many programs across the SEC can say that they have a backup lineman in the mix who has double-digit SEC starts to his name? And yet that's what Heath Ozida brings. He has 15 SEC starts under his belt at OU. The brutal reality is, though, like Noah Best is better right now. Noah Best is and has been better than Heath Ozida. And so I would say he's taken the moniker of 6th man from Ozida. I would say at this point Ozida is your 7th man. He's a versatile guy. He's a guy that can do a lot of things, but I don't think he's going to hear his number called until or unless the injury bug bites. Also, CJ Sooner in Florida.
This is hilarious.
He said, Parker, he must be watching the YouTube stream. Parker, I love you, man, but that shirt makes it look like you work at BF Goodrich or you're on the Pro Bowling Tour. Noted, I suppose. I've had this shirt forever. Back prior to the days where I really developed much style. So I don't really know why I threw it on today. It was probably because I went to the driving range before I came into work. So I was just trying to grab a shirt that I could wear at the golf course without getting nasty looks from the pro shop employees, because you are supposed to wear a collared shirt.
Right. And CJ, he always watches the YouTube because he always tells me my Yankees hat is an abomination.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
Coming from the Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
CJ also said
Dodgers engaging in some seriously unethical money management over the last few years.
Yeah, then they sold the Lakers to the Kushners, which unethical money stuff. Anyway, CJ also said, tell me Parker doesn't look like he's ready to change your oil in 5 minutes with that shirt on. That's the one that sent me.
Zing, zing. A 405 listener says, Whit Neubauer will be your OU starting quarterback in 2027.
Okay. All
There's
right.
certainly a world in which that is the truth.
I don't mind that take one bit.
I don't know. Like, look, the landscape could look completely different 4 months from now than it does right now. The outlook could have completely changed. Because, I mean, heck, in August of 2024, nobody here knew who John Mateer even was. They had no reason to. And yet, after the season from hell, Oklahoma needed a new starting quarterback, and, of course, it makes perfect sense that they would just go and grab the guy that's a native of Little Elm, Texas, and that could come along in lockstep with his offensive coordinator, whom Oklahoma, of course, hired away from Wazoo.
Hey, by the way, we have a poll on the YouTube chat. Y'all go into the YouTube. I just closed it out, and I don't remember what the name of it is, but y'all go into the YouTube and check out the poll that Hattie's put up.
What does it say?
I closed it out. I don't know how to pull it back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glenn from Nashville asked, with Andy Bass, will there be trick play / halfback pass snaps for him, or will they be designed run plays? Well, you can't bring Andy Bass in for trick plays and trick plays only, because then that's a tell, right? Like, if you want to whip one of those trick plays out every now and again, great. But you also have to have him in the game to do running back things so you're not giving stuff up on film to the opposition. I think you will see Andy Bass in passing downs. That is where Andy Bass has excelled all offseason, is as a pass catcher and as a pass protector. And honestly, I think a lot of Oklahoma fans are very, very eager to have a back that can execute that role at a high level, because the Sooners' backs have not been spectacular in the pass catching or pass protecting departments in recent years. And so if Andy Bass can do that, if that's all he brings to the table, if he doesn't carry the ball once for Oklahoma in 2026, but he catches 12, 15 passes and contributes as a blocker, you'll take that, especially from a guy that has yet to play a down of college football because of 2 catastrophic knee injuries.
Mm-hmm. A verified source says Oklahoma's over 8.5 wins is the most bet college football win total at BetMGM. I would imagine it is. And I still don't understand why that line hasn't moved. Especially now, verified source, and we've had the gambling talk before about how the market moves the line. Especially now that that's the most bet thing. You would have thought that line would have moved by now.
It did move, though. Wasn't it 7.5 before it was 8.5?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's moved up by 1 win.
Yeah.
It has
okay.
moved.
Yeah, I forgot. It started at 7.5.
Yes, you can always count on a cynical text from Doug and Norman whenever we're discussing an exciting white.
Let's go, Doug.
He said, if Andy Bass is getting first-team reps, we will have a losing season, not a playoff run.
Oh, you Lord.
Okay, Doug. I mean, I'm just telling you, like, there are going to be snaps for Andy Bass. You're going to see Andy Bass out there playing running back.
Now, I will say, if he's getting first-team run, though, can we at least agree that if he's getting first-team run, something has probably gone a little bit awry?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what context you're using first. Because, like,
True.
he's not going to be the first-team running back. Like, if you had to break it down on the depth chart, he's the 4th option right now. Probably the 5th option once Torrey Blaylock gets back from injury. But, as Dylan McCullough said at the beginning of fall camp, he builds his room based on jobs. And there are a couple of jobs, especially in passing down situations, that Andy Bass has proven he can do really well. And so when you excel at a couple of specialized roles, if nothing more, for Dylan McCullough, he will put you on the field when the scenario calls for a back who can execute those roles.
By the way, I have the YouTube poll now. Who is the underclassman yet to start a game that will make the biggest contribution for OU in 2026? Your choices are E.T., Jonathan Hatton, Noah Best, or somebody else. So, again, go over to the YouTube, KREF Sports on YouTube.
Joe in Tulsa said, Parker, you just said you can't be predictable. Bass has to carry the ball too, or it's obvious what he is doing. What I see is 2 back sets where Bass is in the slot and a great decoy for the other back. Now, I will say, when Oklahoma has gone empty on the practice field throughout the fall, but has a running back still on the field, Andy Bass has been that running back. And also, you're not predictable if Andy Bass is only in the game on passing down situations. They're called passing down situations for a reason, right? It's where everybody in the building knows you're throwing the ball. If it's 3rd and 14, you ain't running a QB draw, right? You're not running inside zone. You're throwing the football. And so in situations where it becomes evident, or like let's say 2-minute drill, Oklahoma gets the ball back with 1:15 on the clock, and they got to march it down the field. The primary objective is going to be to move the ball through the air. Now, might you run a draw play to Andy Bass to try and catch the defense off guard? Sure. But in that type of situation, everybody should know that 9 out of 10 times you're going to be throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So, I guess in a certain sense, the situation itself is kind of fundamentally predictable.
Mm-hmm.
But those are the types of situations I think where you can expect to see Andy Bass.
Yeah, it's kind of like when James White would get on the field for the New England Patriots.
There you go. He holds the Super Bowl record to this day for receptions in a Super Bowl.
Yes, he does. A running back holds that, yeah.
Was it 14 catches?
I think so.
Including the overtime game winner?
No, that was on a toss play.
Was that not a – oh, you're right. That was a run. There you go.
Yeah.
Broke from convention.
Yeah.
Had him carry the ball. Won the Super Bowl with it. 28-3. Unbelievable, man. It's the most improbable football game. The most impossible result of a football game I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
The Julian Edelman catch was just witchcraft of the highest order.
Uh-huh.
It was there, and then that evening that I officially came to believe Tom Brady had sold his soul to the devil.
The Julian Edelman catch was so good, we forget that Julio Jones had a much more impressive catch in that game.
Yeah, it's right up there in the hall of I forgot that happened, alongside Jermaine Kearse's catch in Super Bowl 49 that directly preceded disaster on the one.
That's a good call.
405-651-3439. Let's talk some recruiting on the other side, because Oklahoma has a 2027 commit that is just a little bit different. Different breed of cat, as one friend of the station would say. Keep it here on The Ref, the home of Sooner fans, and we'll discuss coming up next. Parker Thune, Grayson Singleton with you here in the Buffalo Wild Wings studios. More to come.
The Ref Radio Sports Network is powered statewide by the insurance adjusters at Brown O'Haver. Fire, wind, theft, or tornado, we can help. Call 405-735-5510.
For 80 years, Norman Regional has been here through the first breaths and second chances, through the moments that matter most. 8 decades of compassionate care for Norman, Moore, Purcell, and communities across South Central Oklahoma. Neighbors caring for neighbors. That's always been our promise. This year, we celebrate the heroes who show up every single day and a community that has trusted us to be here for them. Norman Regional Health System, 80 years of personalized care, compassion, and excellence. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Fowler Automotive is proud to be a part of your community, where our passion and values lie far beyond the showroom. We believe that families, sports, art, and culture are at the heart of every thriving community, and it's important to us that we help build the communities that our dealerships call home. Stop by any of our 6 Oklahoma dealerships to see the Fowler standard hard at work. We pride ourselves on being friendly, helpful, honest, and fair. This is what drives us every day. Fowler Automotive, a proud partner of OU Athletics.
At Alliance Bank, we believe in relationship banking. We don't want to just be your bank. We want to understand and assist with your goals. Whether you're starting a new business, purchasing a home, or simply want more convenience, Alliance Bank is here for you. We offer personalized solutions to meet your needs. I'm DJ Newsom with Alliance Bank, and we love to create a personalized banking experience for you or your business. Visit Alliance.bank or stop by our Norman location at University North Park. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, Tyler McComas here for Bosch Auto Service, and let's be honest, getting your car serviced can be a total grind. That's exactly why I roll with Bosch Auto Service and more. Whether I need a quick oil change, a new set of tires, or answers on that check engine light, they show me exactly what's going on, and nothing gets done until I give the go-ahead. And here's the best part. I'm not paying just to find out what's wrong. No pressure, no surprises, just straight up great service. Bosch Auto Service, give them a call at 405-543-0501 or stop by at Southwest 34th in Santa Fe. Keep life moving.
Hey, sports fans, you cheer on your kids on the field, now give them a chance to shine on stage. At the studio of the Sooner Theater, our school year performing art classes are open for ages 3 to adult. From musical theater to acting, jazz, tap, ballet, and hip-hop, and full-scale productions where your star can perform in the spotlight. Don't sit on the sidelines. Enroll now. Visit SoonerTheater.org or call 405-321-9600. The Sooner Theater, where every season is game day for the arts.
I'm Gina Mitchell of Mitchell's Jewelry. Newt and Ryan are leaving soon for Thailand to attend one of the world's largest colored gemstone shows. They're selecting top quality gemstones at huge savings. Think emeralds, opals, tanzanite, and more. This is the time to let us find something extra special for a birthday, anniversary, or Christmas. Do something out of the ordinary and let us select a sapphire or ruby for your engagement ring. Call us today for more information. 405-360-2515. Mitchell's Jewelry in the heart of Norman at 2201 West Main Street.
When you struggle with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you get used to not feeling 100%. I thought that was how it had to be. Until I discovered the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. They told me about new medications that weren't around back when I was diagnosed. They helped me find a specialist who gave me a new treatment plan. I'm feeling better than I ever thought I could. Don't settle for not feeling your best. Take action today to take care of yourself. Spill your guts. Learn more at spillyourguts.org.
You ever stop and think, what happens if my air conditioner quits today when it's 100 degrees outside? That's not a problem you want to figure out at the last minute. Hey, it's Chris Plank. That's why I trust Norman Air. Whether it's a quick repair, routine maintenance, or a complete new system, they've got the experience to get your home comfortable again fast. I use them in my house, and you should too. They can also help with plumbing and electrical. Don't sweat this summer. Call the team that's been keeping Oklahoma families cool for years. Norman Air. Service to the max.
Shout out to our friends at Keystone Property Management for sponsoring the KREF Recruit of the Day. Looking for a place to call home in Oklahoma City or Edmond, or you need a trusted team to manage your rental investment? Look no further than Keystone Property Management. From marketing and tenant placement to rent collection, maintenance coordination, inspections, and owner support, they handle it all with professionalism and responsive communication. Outstanding service, every property, every time at Keystone Property Management. Contact our man Drew England today at 405-368-1836, or hit him up on the web. Check him out on the web at KeystonePMOK.com. The KREF Recruit of the Day, Grayson, is Seneca Driver, because I don't know if you – have you watched Seneca Driver's Week 1 highlights that dropped over the
I
weekend?
saw him at Wildcat quarterback, and I was like,
Brother.
who just decided to commit that violation?
Brother, Seneca Driver, if you're not familiar, if you're somehow not familiar, number 1 tight end in the country, 5-star Oklahoma commit in the 2027 class, one of the crown jewels for a star-studded Oklahoma recruiting class. The pride of Danville, Kentucky. And I mean, this kid here, Grayson, is something else. He is one of those players that makes the whole evaluation process very easy and very boring, right? You don't have to go looking for reasons to like Seneca Driver, to love Seneca Driver as a football player. You don't have to go looking for reasons to convince yourself that he is going to be a big-time player at the next level and probably enjoy a lengthy NFL career. Every so often, you see one of these creatures that is just a different species than everybody else on the football field at the high school level, and that is Seneca Driver. And okay, it's Kentucky. The high school scene in Kentucky isn't what it is in Texas or Georgia or Florida or wherever. Don't give a crap, man. Seneca Driver would dominate any state, any level in the country. You put him, you enroll him at any high school in America, He is one of the most dominant players in the nation. And Oklahoma went and landed that kid. Jason Witten went and landed that kid. You watch him on tape, Grace. I thought this was a great comment by a member whose identity I can't recall. But on the Soonerscoop.com message board, somebody in response to Seneca Driver's Week 1 highlights said, "This looks like the type of kid that over and over has signed with Georgia over the years. Georgia has been the school that has stacked elite tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
This is the type of kid that has gone to Georgia and wound up being a top 50 NFL draft pick over the years.
Yeah.
Now the Sooners got him one of those.
Yeah, they do. And, I mean, a dude's 6'7", about 250 pounds, maybe even close to 260.
I would put him at about 245 right now.
All right, so a little bit shy of 250.
I think he officially weighed in at 242 when he was in town for his OV.
Okay. I think it's reasonable to assume he'll probably be playing about 255.
Probably so.
Yeah. A dude that big should not be moving like that. Long stride, just running away from everybody like that. Just an impressive physical phenomenon is Seneca Driver. And you look at how he moves out there, running routes, body control, that type of thing. Clearly plays well within that body. And that does mean something at that age. So, I mean, we've run out of things over the year plus that we've been talking about Seneca Driver to prop this guy up as a 5-star tight end. Does it work in college? That's what I'm waiting to see, man. That's what I'm waiting to see. Does he make the transition well? Does he take to the coaching well? Does the coaching help develop him and get to that next level type of player that he can be? That's where I am at now, because anything that he does on the high school field, short of catching a pass with his feet, nothing's really going to surprise me anymore with that kid.
This is probably going to be Jason Witten's calling card. If we fast forward 5 years and think about what Jason Witten's coaching resume is going to look like come 2031, the first item is probably going to be coached and developed Seneca Driver.
Sure.
Because it's hard to imagine things going awry for a kid like this. It's hard to imagine a world where he is not a very high selection in the NFL draft one day. Obviously, you have to take into account the health factor. If he gets injured, okay, that obviously impacts that perception. But if Seneca Driver can stay healthy and play 3 good years of football at Oklahoma, I mean, this is the type of guy, Grayson, that you circle even before he enrolls. He's one of those rare guys that you circle and you're thinking, yeah, he's probably just going to play 3 years of college ball.
You would imagine.
Probably about all he's going to need.
You would imagine. By the way, the video I'm watching, it looked like Jamar Chase hurt himself in training camp.
Yes, he did.
Oh, gosh.
Not great.
Oh, man. No, but no. Like, there are guys that you can look at high school and say, and that's most of the 5-star persuasion as well when it comes to these rankings is, projecting who could be 3 and outs. You'll talk about a guy like a Seneca Driver. I think Oklahoma's got another one in the 2027 class in Gabe Osborne, who could potentially be a 3 and done type of player. So get you a solid team full of those dudes. You can try to make a case that maybe it's still possible in the NIL world to stack NFL players on your bench before they're ready to play. Maybe it's still possible.
A listener in Kansas said, I remember similar hype around Devon Mitchell. We have to stop doing this, man. Like, we have got to stop doing this. And it's not exclusive to tight ends. It's not exclusive to Devon Mitchell. But if you followed Devon Mitchell as a recruit and you followed his very brief career as an Oklahoma Sooner, I think what you can recall, what you can confirm, is that Devon Mitchell did not fail out at Oklahoma. He did not wash out as a Sooner for lack of physical ability. He washed out because he couldn't wake up to his alarm in the morning and he couldn't count calories. That was where Devon Mitchell ran into trouble. So unless something like that, unless a fate like that befalls Seneca Driver, which I do not foresee, this is not going to be a kid that spends one unspectacular year at OU and then is never heard from again. And also, by the way, If Seneca, like in a bizarro world where Seneca Driver shows up, succumbs to Devon Mitchell syndrome, and gets too fat, guess what? They'll just move him to offensive tackle. And he still might be a first rounder someday.
Because he can block pretty well.
Straight up.
Yeah, he's a pretty solid blocker as well.
Colin Claremore said, y'all remember the hype around Buki as a recruit? Oh, absolutely. Buki was a 5'9" defensive back. We're talking about a 6'7" tight end here.
RPO on the text line says, let's let him play a game in an Oklahoma uniform before we make him an All-American. And that's what I was kind of trying to do when I'm saying my question now is, I've kind of moved on from the high school thing with Seneca Driver. That's when I'm saying my question is, does it translate to college? Does it take to the coaching and all of that? That's kind of what I'm trying to do, RPO, is like, let's say, all right, let's just see what happens once he gets to college.
I'll rehash a point I made yesterday that I think is relevant here. Because I'm certainly not saying Seneca Driver is going to be an All-American. Does he have that type of potential? Sure. But he's a traitsy enough guy, and that's what it comes down to. The traitsiness and the physical, like the God-given gifts that he has at 6'7", just shy of 250.
Yeah.
It's those types of things that make him a very easy projection to the NFL. Does it translate to immense college production? Maybe, maybe not. Like, there are plenty of incredibly productive high school football players every single year that never come close to sniffing a Division I scholarship offer. There are plenty of highly productive FBS college football players that never get a crack at the next level. Just because you can produce at one level does not mean you can produce at the next level.
Yeah.
But if you are a rare breed, like a Seneca Driver, you're going to get a shot at the next level. And that's going to be a very easy call for many executives and scouts to make. I'm not going to sit here and tout Seneca Driver as like a 1,000-yard guy at Oklahoma, a Mackey Award winner or anything like that. But I can tell you that if he so much as has modest production for 3 years at Oklahoma, that plus the traits will equal incredibly high draft stock.
And I'll tell you this, too. It goes along to the conversation with PJ. Right, like, I mean, you've held to the opinion, and rightfully so, that PJ is going to be a draft pick. Hadn't really done much of nothing at Oklahoma, commiserate to the hype and the rating that he came in out of high school. But those traits, man, especially in the sport of football, those traits can carry you a long way.
General Booty's lieutenant said Devon Mitchell had some weighty expectations, some hefty ability, some heavy talent. Okay, General Booty's lieutenant.
5-star Brian Bixby said he was a 5-star eater.
Oh, man. Pause.
Yeah.
Joe in Tulsa said, like Saban said, the air ain't got calories, boys.
No.
Big O said, hey, I can't fault him. I like to eat and sleep too. Don't we all? Don't we all? But when you're playing football on scholarship at a place like the University of Oklahoma,
got to be on top of your business.
Got to be a little less indulgent with regard to the innate human desire to eat and sleep. A 918 listener, yes, agree wholeheartedly with this sentiment. He said, can we as fans please stop equating every high-level recruit to the one guy that failed? Please. Yeah, Devon Mitchell did fail at Oklahoma. That does not remotely indicate that Seneca Driver is going to fail on a similar scale. Just like it doesn't mean that Trey Taliaferri is going to wind up competing for the starting job at UNLV by his senior year just because Jackson Arnold did that.
And obviously, you and I know that the Devon Mitchell discourse is very tongue-in-cheek.
It is.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg said, remember Lane Johnson and Gabe Eichert, if I'm not mistaken, was a tight end before they put on weight and moved to O-line. Yes, I mean.
Yes, that's true.
Worst comes to worst, you can do that with a guy like Seneca Driver. Blake from Wassa says, all I remember Buki for was being a targeting missile out of nowhere against LSU. Yes, he was ejected from that game for putting an illegal hit, a blatantly illegal hit on Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and that was just kind of a microcosm of the evening.
Yeah.
It was a lot of nonsense that night in Atlanta. Glenn from Nashville, I think this is a good text to land the plane on. We should enjoy Jason Witten while he's here because he's got future NFL coach written all over him, in my opinion. It would be great if Jason Witten is the type of guy that wants to stick around at Oklahoma for the long run, like Miguel Chavis has at OU, or like Brandon Hall or Todd Bates has. Bill Bedenbaugh is the shining quintessential example. But you do got to be realistic. And realistically, here's the reality with Jason Witten. He ain't going to be around forever. You'll be lucky to have him 4 or 5 years, I would say. Anything longer than that is a minor miracle. What are you laughing at?
4-star Evan from Blanchard. This is too good, man. 4-star Evan from Blanchard says, if he does get fat, we'll just call him Seneca Drive-Through. Oh,
and
man,
on that note, folks.
That's the text of the day right there.
On that note, we're going to call it a
man.
day here on Locked In. Oh, boy. The height of tomfoolery on this show every single day. Thanks to all of you that have contributed on the First Liberty Bank text line. We will do it all again tomorrow. Same time, same place. He is Grayson Singleton, and I am Parker Thune. The Rush is next here on The Ref. The home of Sooner fans. Take it easy.
Football